Hello, welcome, and how you doing today? As they usually say, I'm gonna give it a few seconds for people to jump on the live if you do. And while you're coming in, drop where you're watching from in the comments, and let me know, are you having a good day? How's your week going? Um, how's the weather? All that stuff. While we wait, I want to talk about something real quick. Um, a lot of people are using AI wrong. They're typing in basic prompts and getting basic answers, and then saying AI doesn't work for them. And that's like buying a gym membership and only using the parking lot, or it's the same logic as that. As not understanding you could actually get results instead of just go show up at the entrance in the parking lot, right? What I do when I teach at Promptify is prompt engineering. That can sound complicated, but it literally just means knowing how to talk to AI so it gives you something you can actually use. Today I'm going to show you in topic, and by the end of this, you'll be able to do this yourself in about 5 minutes. And everything I show you is inside Promptify, and the link is in the bio, and you can start for free. So for today, the introduction idea or ideas I'll speak on before getting into what I'll talk about today. So, scope a freelance project before writing the proposal. We're finding out before you go in and create anything about this information regarding anything. So, like, a freelance project, it could be anything. Do you have an offer? Are you marketing something, a product, service, whatever? And do you know anything about it before you go in and say anything and plan anything, right? So a 10-minute AI step that stops vague freelance proposals. Um, so freelancers turn a, here's the thing. Freelancers turn a loose client inquiry into a clear scope checklist before they write a proposal. Um, so that what happens is, let's say a client needs certain things done. Um, they're organizing all that stuff. So let's say that someone sends a paragraph talking about things that they need done, but the freelancer understands that, all right, so if they're asking me to do this, there's certain things I need to do, and you can organize that into a checklist. Like if somebody says, I need you to write an essay for me, you could have the checklist be, oh, you gather up all the information, you sort the information out, and then you sort it into a structure where you put certain information in certain paragraphs, and you make sure you include certain things. And so it's like you're organizing this. They say, I need an essay. You say, how can I organize this so that I now have steps to get it done, right? So, or AKA, you gather the information and then you structure it into something that makes sense to you as a freelancer who's going to be delivering this. Or, excuse me, for the freelancer who's going to deliver it. However this goes, it depends on, are you using AI to be the freelancer, or are you using AI to structure something so that you can just give it to a freelancer and then they just get it done with clarity, right? Obviously, you can use AI for both sides of this. Who are you, the seller or the buyer, right? Or are you in need of freelancing services, or are you the freelancer? So here's the thing. A client says, can you help with our social media? Now what happens is, do not open a proposal template yet. First, turn that one vague sentence into the questions that keep your scope from getting fuzzy. AKA, you get direct about it, about what they need done for the social media. Unless like your package is that, just give us your social media and we'll start doing stuff, and then you'll have more results because we know what we're doing. Unless it's that, you want to give them some guidance so that you understand what type of results you expect, and they know that they will have to bring it, and they know if they can or not. So if they can't, maybe you don't work with them and you find somebody else. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna post. What I'm gonna do at some point is I'm gonna post the prompt that I put on the screen, right? But I'm not gonna do that yet. I'm now gonna list the steps of how things would go before. Excuse me, how things would go for this entire process, and then I'm gonna show the prompt with the result put in afterwards. That would basically. So I'm gonna narrate this, and then I'm gonna put the prompt on the screen and afterwards, and that will show what I was just narrating. So here's the thing: read the vague inquiry, show the empty proposal beside it, um, highlight what is highlight what is missing, and the things that would be missing are goals, deliverables, timeline, approver, and budget range. Now paste the inquiry and run the exact prompt. Show the output converted into a short discovery call, agenda, and proposal outline. So that would be you now presenting this information to the person you're working with, right? And then maybe clarifying that you have all the information correct on what they need, and then explain what AI must not decide. And the things that AI cannot decide is pricing, promises, timeline, or final scope. Unless you've done this thing many, many times and you are very, very aware that promises can be kept because you've gotten this result for other clients beforehand, maybe that's would explain why you have the pricing that you do have, and you know that it's going to happen within a certain amount of time span because you've had past projects where you've done this and it's taken that same amount of time, so you know you're aware of this, or you're at a certain threshold of time. Final scope is just that's just all, maybe all that stuff summarized, and some other stuff, right? So, and then you invite viewers to start with the free toolkit, or the call to action is to invite viewers to start with a free toolkit. So here's what I'm gonna do. I could read this over, but what I'm gonna do instead is, because I had the steps again more clearly put. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna paste the prompt to the screen and then read off. Oops. You just paste the prompt onto the screen and then read off the steps again. I had them in there twice, so I might as well just read it off again while you can see what I'm referring to. All right, ready? I'm just going to flip the screen. So, oops. So here's, or I actually don't really have to. The thing is, it has the general idea lined up here, and then you see it in the same order matched up in the results. So I don't really have to read them out. So here's the thing, right? That's the prompt right there at the top in the gray. I'm going to zoom out a little bit and then scroll down and show you the results of that prompt. Just feel free to pause at any point. All right. So, oops. So if you like access to high quality prompts like this and more, you can find them inside Promptify, and it's free to start, and the link is in the bio. If there's anything I said that was helpful for you, that is amazing, and I hope you have a great day.